Hello, my name is Stacey Ewing and I've got EDS, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. It's a connective tissue condition disorder that you're born with from birth. And I'm only just now going through the process of finding out something that I was born with, as I've now got to a point where I've reached later adolescence. I'm turning nearly 40, going through menopause, so my skin is depleting. Normal people would probably experience symptoms of like wrinkles, aging, and premenopause and headaches. But I'm experiencing neurological shutdowns. Yeah. So I'm waiting because I'm a complex case to get a referral. And to be fair, my whole diagnosis being left like we all are in the UK by the NHS, I've had to discover my own illness and go through all my own medical notes and find out that I have a dilated IVC, and I was previously checked for Marfan's, and put two and two together and to realise what's happening to me, because the NHS and the doctors in the NHS specifically have turned around, some of them, and told me it's all in my head. You know, I'm just sat in a chair, paralysed for an hour, and I can't speak or move my limbs, and it's just all in my head. So yeah, I don't just have that condition. I also have endometriosis. I've had some time, a couple of operations for that, and I don't want any more operations because at the end of the day, anyone that has endometriosis knows you can end up with more problems, more adhesions, and more problems from that, and the pain. Even though I've had skin grafts, so I've been in a fire where oil pan exploded on me and set a lot of my, especially my body on fire, and I had multiple operations for that, which is now later in my life given me other problems. It's never been the same since the fire, to be honest. It was down to the bone in some areas of my body. Some places were only second and first degree, and they healed back and grew back. The palms of my hands are amazing. I put the fire out with my hands, and they have actually completely grew back. So the amazing things your body can do. Apparently the doctor said in the burns unit that my skin is 10 times thicker on the palms of my hands, and that's why I wore mittens for about 13 weeks while it was growing back. They put this jelly stuff on my hands, and they looked like fried chicken, and you could see like all the veins and patchy bits as the skin grew back. That was interesting. Pretty gross, right? But for someone like me that loves like medicine and Scorpio things and in deep studying things, yeah, it was pretty fascinating to see your hands looking like fried chicken. Nevertheless, I am a vegan now, so we'll just drop that one in there. Yeah, so I've also got, where were we? I've had the burns, and then ankylosing spondylitis, autoimmune disease of the spine, inflammatory disease, and recently developed Sjogren's of the skin, tissue, and the glands. That can eventually, well, does also, because it affects your sweat glands, which affects your whole nervous system, which then leads to SFN, small fiber nerves damage, right? Because your sweat glands and the sweat and the moisture within your body, even for your fascia, is just so important for your skin tissue and regulates everything, right? I mean, water's electricity. And if your body is struggling to move that around your body, just like your lymphatic system, it's going to have counteractive impacts on your body. So yeah, so I'm making this video to touch base with complex cases, non-complex cases, normal people, because we're all going through struggles, right? And well, we're all having fun too. And yeah, and people with EDS, people with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, people with connective tissue, with hypermobility, and mine is quite different because I have the ankylosing spondylitis, a spinal condition. It was very difficult to diagnose even the ankylosing spondylitis because I have what you call the loose stiff effect, which is basically two conditions that fight each other. So while having this flexibility, and people would normally probably have joint problems, where dislocations and things like that, because I have the ankylosing spondylitis, that kind of holds me together, and my body does more of muscle guarding, which can have other problems to try and keep my spine and everything in synchronicity. So that's, again, when you've got other conditions that overlap, then it just gets more complex and you just become a jigsaw puzzle for all the doctors, right? But maybe somewhere along the line, I seem to think that my body knows what it's doing, right? There must be a reason. I'm a firm believer in there's a reason for everything, that we are the way that we are for a reason. And the more that I've researched back into, because I've got the HLB27 gene as well, and genetics, looking into that there's a history behind all of that. I mean, some of us have got old parts of our DNA. Our DNA is old and ancient, and it's evolved through certain periods and through our ancestral lineage and history. And even from autoimmune disease, like when you think about autoimmune disease, is our immune system is hyperactive. It's acting in a way that's predominantly more, people say you're attacking yourself, it's attacking itself, attacking its own body. But when we think about the history of our ancestors and the way our environment used to be, well, we used to be surrounded by microbes and viruses, and an immune system in that time and age, well, we would have been in our prime, right? We would have been totally like survivors. Yeah. And that's maybe the age we were built for. But in a time now of sterilization and cleaning everything with bleach and let's make it all clean, our immune system has got nothing to fight and battle. So I think that's something to take into consideration as well, about our evolution, how our DNA has thrived, our ancestral lineage, and our environment now, and how that impacts someone perhaps with autoimmune. Yeah, and how that makes the situation a bit different from the environment. But I want to hear about other people's stories, and I want to say hello. Hello.